What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another episode or video in the spring season of series 37 here in Forza Horizon 4. So we're out of the winter, thank goodness. So we're driving around in the Hoonigan the Hoonicorn V2. We unlocked this in the last video. If you haven't seen that, definitely go check that out. But today we're going to be jumping in to another one of the seasonal championships. And the one we're going to jump into today is going to be the Saloon Returns to get the Maserati Ghibli. So let's see what we need for this. It is a dirt series or dirt racing series seasonal championship. And we need A class and it has to be Super Saloon. So I've got some cars set up already. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right to the start line here. All right, so here we are. So the Saloon Returns. We're gonna go solo. Let's see what we've got here for races. Got a sprint race.
Will be fun.
3 sprint races, nice. I much prefer sprint races over circuit races. So the 3 cars that we have set up for this one are the 2011 BMW 1 Series M Coupe, the 2015 Infiniti Q60 Concept, and I believe, yeah, the Mercedes-Benz C63 AMG Coupe Black Series. So let's start out with the AMG. I'm not sure how this one's going to do, but we're going to start out with it. Again, this is a dirt series race, so make sure that you have, a decent tune on for that. And of course, with it being a Mercedes, we have a, a Mercedes F1 livery on it. And then whenever you're doing any of the seasonal championships, you want to make sure that your driver difficulty is on at least highly skilled. That way you get all 3 stars on the event, and you get the final reward being the car. So let's go ahead and start with Holyrood Park Trail. And here we go. So again, we're jumping into our Mercedes C63 Coupe Black Series. I will put share codes up on the screen as well as down in the description for each of the cars and the tunes that we use. So definitely go check that out. This thing has a lot of understeer, it feels. So just a heads up on that. But yeah, I'll also have the tunes up on the Discord server for the channel. If you haven't seen that, there's a link down below in the description. Basically, we use it for a couple different things, but one of its main purposes is to share tunes amongst each other. And every week when I go through these events, I definitely post my tunes that I use to the weekly festival playlist channel in there. So there's a link to that Discord server in the description below. You want to check that out. In the Discord server, you can also put, what cars and tunes you use for these events, or, if you just have a tune that you really like, you can post it up in there. You can also find or search for people, connect with people that also play the game to potentially do the festival or the seasonal playground games and the trial events with, or you can just see if you can find somebody just to play the game with, just to have some fun. I said it in the last video, but going into Horizon 5, it'd be awesome to have a pretty good community to start that game out with. So definitely looking forward to it. And our Discord servers grown quite a bit over the last couple weeks. So looking forward to that being bigger as well. We're about 70% through this race now. This car is handling really well outside of just having just the slightest bit of understeer. So not a big thing, something you can easily get used to. It is not a bad tune by any means. So if you've got this car, definitely worth giving it a shot if you want to. It's just a cool car in general. It's definitely a lot quicker than the Drivatars. It may just be our paint job though, or our vinyl wrap, whatever you want to call it. Just getting that Mercedes F1 look, I suppose. But there we go, across the line, first place. So if you don't know how these seasonal events work, you do 3 races in the championship or the event, and you get points based off of where you end or where you finish. So we get 20 points for finishing in first. And so basically you just have to be in first place in points at the end of the championship. So you could come in first, second, and third, or even, I mean, you could come in, you know, whatever combination. As long as you have the most points at the end of the 3 races, you will get the, you know, you'll get the credit for winning. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into our next race and into our next car. All right, here we go in the Moorhead Rally Trial, and we're in the BMW 1 Series M Coupe. The share code for this will be up on the screen. I chose this car specifically just because it's small. I figured, you know, it'd be pretty good as far as, you know, whipping back and forth. We'll see how it does. If you are new to the channel and this is your first time here, I want to say hello. Definitely appreciate you checking out the video. My name is Brandon, and this is Bomb Gaming. So basically what I'm doing in this video is every week when the festival reset, or the festival playlist resets, I go through and make videos on all the events. And for these seasonal championships, what I do is I swap out into 3 different cars. You only have to do it in 1 car, but I use 3 different cars just to show you guys, you know, the different options that there might be for the championship. Just so you have 3 different vehicles that you have seen complete it, or seen complete, you know, individual races at least. Just to get a better idea of, you know, what can be used and what might work out a little better, because not everybody's going to have every single car that I have. So for the most part, I don't buy cars to use in these events. They're just cars that I've gotten in my garage through, you know, just playing the game, getting wheel spins and such like that. I think I can count on one hand how many cars I've actually bought, and especially cars that I've bought as far as like specifically for championships, because I did have to buy a few just because I didn't have any that met certain criteria. But again, it's very few. I mean, I've probably bought in general less than 10 cars since I've been playing Forza. You just get so many cars from, you know, wheel spins and just doing these seasonal events. I mean, we're going to unlock 3 new vehicles just in this season alone, for the seasonal championships at least. That's excluding the trial event, because it's a different car. It's a Lykan Hyper Sport, which is pretty sweet, and we're definitely going to be doing that on the channel. But you also get the Fiesta RS, I believe, from the Playground games. So you can get a crazy amount of cars pretty quick, especially, you know, again, wheel spins are how I got most of these cars. The more rare cars will probably be from the festival playlist of event or of series past, but you know, we just try to use, you know, what everybody might have, unless, you know, the event is calling for something specific, like the Toyota event that we've got coming up. It calls for, or is that a Supra? And it's actually the seasonal championship we'll be doing next. But it calls for you using Toyota. So I don't have very many Toyotas that you can buy, well, Toyota cars that you can buy straight from the auto show. So I'm having to use, well, I'm not having to use, but I'm choosing to use 2 that you actually unlocked in past festival playlist, just because a lot of people might have them. They're not uncommon cars. They are more rare, but they're not like, you know, at a point now where nobody has them. So we're jumping into our final race, and we're going to jump into our Infiniti Q60 concept. All right, here we go in our Infiniti Q60 concept. The share code for that will be up on the screen now, and we're racing at the Derwent Trial. I don't know why I keep mixing those up. Our BMW from the last race, I mean, it held up really well. It may have little issues actually off-road. Luckily, most of that race was was on road. So it may have a little bit of issues, like when we were going through mud kickers. I mean, that was some extreme, like as off-road as you're going to get, but it felt very slidey on that mud. So, but it works. It's definitely not a bad car to use if you've got it. So we're testing out the Q60 concept now. We're currently in 3rd place. Slowly taking over. That's the car we're actually going to get when we complete this race, the Maserati Ghibli. So definitely a cool car. Probably won't ever use it unless there's some specific event for it. I think it's one of the more rare cars in the game. I think I could be mistaken on that. I know the SUV version of it, or the Maserati SUV, is a pretty rare car in the game. And I know what they're doing now with Horizon 4 is they're kind of bringing back some of the more rare cars into the festival playlist, just since it's kind of at its, it's kind of at the end of its life cycle with Horizon 5 coming out in November. So then, they want to make sure that people still have a good time with Horizon 4. There's still tons of new players to Horizon 4, just for the fact of, it was released on Steam, not even like that long ago, a couple months. And that is something I want to say. Like, I mean, I don't know that anybody's going to be watching this that doesn't have Horizon 4, and if you are, definitely let me know down below, because I would love to meet somebody that enjoyed my content that didn't have Horizon 4 and is this far into a video. So let me know down below. I would definitely like to say thank you personally via a response to that comment. But if you don't have Horizon 4 and you've never played it, a lot of people were mad that it came onto the Steam shop for $60. But it is a fantastic game. I literally bought it again. I've played it on Xbox and I bought it again on Steam. And a lot of people were upset too that it resets you when it didn't carry over your progression from Xbox. And I was happy it didn't, because of the fact that I got to enjoy the game from the beginning again. And I had completed it on Xbox. And so I'm just so glad that it didn't hold that over, or didn't pull over the save, and I got to enjoy the entirety of the game again. So to me, I think it's definitely worth a purchase if you haven't played it. They do have sales where it's like half off or something. They had one not too long ago. I can't imagine that they won't have another one before too long, but definitely keep your eye on the shop, because at $30, this game is a steal. So. But there we go. We got the Saloon Returns is now complete. Again, we're going to get those 3 stars because we raced against at least highly skilled drivatars. And that'll unlock the 2014 Maserati Ghibli. And we'll also get the 40,000 credits for getting the 1st and 2nd star. And that's how you unlock the 2014 Maserati Ghibli in the spring season of Series 37 in Forza Horizon 4. I hope you guys did enjoy the video or found it helpful. If you did, definitely leave a video a like. Definitely get subscribed if you want to stay tuned for future Forza Horizon 4 or, Forza Horizon 5 content in the, near distant future. Because we're definitely going to be posting on that as soon as it comes out. But I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And we will see you in the next video.